Hey, how's it going? Ben here. Great to see you again. Thanks for tuning in. In this video, we're talking about a pretty new visa for those wishing to stay in the Kingdom of Thailand. This visa is called the Long-Term Residency Visa, or the LTR visa for short, and it's a 10-year visa. Now, there is a lot of criteria you must fit to be able to apply successfully for this visa, and there's a lot of boxes to tick. But it is pretty unprecedented, to be honest, to have a visa of that length, and it comes with an absolute ton of perks, and we'll get into those in a moment. So this video is a quick news update of a new visa that's pretty new. I think it only came out this month or last month, depending when this video gets released. But yeah, it's pretty brand new. There's a ton of perks. This could be a great visa for a lot of people. Now, there are a lot of requirements you have to meet, like I said. A lot of those are financial and to do with your income and work. So maybe it's not available to you. It's not available to me, to be honest, right now. Maybe in the future, in my dreams. But for now, yeah, this visa is a very exciting, very new visa that I thought I would let you know about at least. And hopefully, maybe it's a great visa for you. So yeah, this is the LTR visa, the long-term residency visa for Thailand. The 10-year visa for Thailand, the brand new 10-year visa for Thailand, or more technically known as the long-term residency visa. It's being referred to as the LTR visa a lot online. This is a visa with a 10-year validity. Now that is massive. It's pretty unprecedented to have a visa stretching that amount of time. The education visa, if you get an education visa and study in Thailand, is usually like 1 year maximum. If you're working out here as a teacher, you're probably getting the 1-year visa also on a non-immigrant B visa. If you're married or retired, typically you'll have a 1-year visa. I know there are a few other options if you're on the retirement visa. I mean, I think you can get a 5-year retirement visa. However, this visa is double that length. It's a 10-year visa. Now, I think there is an elite visa option, although they do cost a fortune, the elite visas, but I think you can get a 10-year elite visa. Now, like I mentioned, this is a pretty exclusive visa. However, maybe you fit the criteria and maybe this is a great option for you. As like I said a couple of times now, 10 years is a pretty unprecedented amount of time for a visa. This visa also has up to 4 dependents per visa holder. This is a really cool perk for this visa also. So this means that if you apply and you are successful in getting the LTR visa, then maybe you have a wife and a couple of kids and they can come with you as dependents to you on that visa. So it does cover you and your family potentially. Now the dependents are restricted to like spouses and children under the age of 21, I believe. But yeah, once again, this is a pretty big deal and could be something that really ticks a lot of boxes for high earning families perhaps. Also with this visa, you're only going to have to report to immigration once per year. Once again, this is pretty unprecedented. If you're out here working as a teacher, you're going to be having to report every 90 days. That's what I have to do on on a non-immigrant B visa, given on the grounds for being a teacher in Thailand. You have to report to immigration every 90 days. That is very common for the majority of visas. Maybe the elite visas are the exception to that, although I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, this visa is saying that you only have to report to immigration once per year, which again is a massive, great perk. It takes up a lot of time, those 90-day trips. So this is, there's a lot of perks to this visa, as I'm sure you're starting to see. This visa also comes with fast track at Thai international airports, multiple re-entries. Now, if you have a visa and you want to leave the country, typically your visa gets cancelled. If you want to prevent that, then the typical route is to get a re-entry permit for that visa, so you can get a single or multi re-entry permit. That seems to be included when you get the LTR visa, is a multi re-entry permit. So that's another great little addition to this visa. If you're on the LTR visa, you also have permission to work in Thailand. Another great benefit to this visa. And it says online it comes with a digital work permit. Now, I don't know what a digital work permit is. I have one of the paper work permits. I don't believe I have a digital work permit unless it's just something that I misunderstood online. But it's saying it comes with a digital work permit, which sounds like something new to me. Also, like we mentioned in the previous point, you do get the permission to work in the Kingdom of Thailand. Once again, that is pretty massive. A lot of visa types, like the retirement visa, obviously you can't work legally in the Kingdom of Thailand. If you're on the education visa, you can't technically work legally in the Kingdom of Thailand. So a lot of the long-term visa options don't come with permission to work in the Kingdom of Thailand, and definitely don't come with any form of work permit unless you went through the sponsored work permit route, which is I'm not a little bit unsure on that. It's also a very expensive route to take. So yeah, once again, this is a pretty cool thing that's been added to this visa. The visa comes with an income tax reduction to 17% for those working in the Kingdom of Thailand whilst staying on this visa, and exemption from the 4-to-1 employment restrictions. This also is massive. If you wanted to start a business in Thailand, typically you have to have 4 Thai nationals for every 1 foreign national working at a business, and that is through everything in Thailand. That's through any of the industries that foreigners are allowed to work in. This rule applies, and it's a very strict rule. So the fact that you may be exempt from that if you're working on this visa, I don't necessarily know how that would play out. I presume that this is for those of you working for yourself or with your own business. You would be then exempt, self-employed or through your business, from having to adhere to the 4-to-1 Thai to foreign nationals employment restrictions. I presume if you got a job in Thailand in a business already out here, I presume that that business would be restricted by the 4-to-1 rule. However, I'm not 100% sure on that. Maybe they would let you be employed if you were on this visa type. So yeah, this is a really cool thing as well. This is something I definitely didn't expect to ever see added to a visa. So the following information has been taken directly from the TAT website, and that is the Tourism Authority of Thailand, and that's the TAT news website. I will leave a link to this website in the description of this video if you want to go and check out the article to yourself and read up further on the LTR visa. So yeah, the following has been taken from that website. Check it out yourself if you want to read up further. They had a few interesting things that I wanted to pull and talk to you about on this video on that website. So let's do that. The LTR visa is available to 4 categories of foreigners. So first up is wealthy global citizens having total assets of not less than $1 million US, personal income of not less than $80,000 US per year in the past 2 years, who invest in Thailand to the value of not less than $500,000 US. So here you begin to see maybe cracks forming in the dream of getting that 10-year visa for Thailand. This is a visa aimed at wealthy citizens or highly skilled professionals. So this is the first one, and the first category of people this visa is aimed at, and that is wealthy. What did they say? Wealthy global citizens. Okay, so maybe you're a wealthy global citizen, maybe you're not. Maybe we can have a look at some of the other categories this visa is aimed at. So the second category of people this visa is aimed at is foreign retirees. So wealthy pensioners having personal income not less than $80,000 per year, $80,000 US per year, that is. So maybe you're not a wealthy global citizen, but perhaps you're a wealthy retired citizen, and perhaps you fit this category, and perhaps if so, you could apply for this visa, and maybe this is a great visa option for you if you do fit this category. The third category of people this visa is aimed at is work from Thailand professionals having professional income of at least $80,000 US per year in the past 2 years, work experience of not less than 5 years, and be working in a legally registered company which has income of not less than $150 million US within the past 3 years. So once again, this is for the wealthy digital nomad, I imagine, people who can work online, work remotely, and want to spend the majority of their time in Thailand. And if the company you work for fits this description, and if you meet the financial requirements, the personal financial requirements on your income, once again, this could be a really interesting visa for you. If you're the type of person who works remotely and I'll tick all of those boxes, maybe once again, this will be a great visa option for yourself. Now, the fourth and final category of person this visa is aimed at is highly skilled professionals having personal income of not less than $80,000 US per year, once again, are skillful in the target industry and have not less than 5 years of work experience. So potentially you're a highly skilled professional in one of the categories of work Thailand is targeting, and perhaps once again this visa may be a great option for you if you fit the financial requirements once again. And that does conclude this video. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, consider hitting the like button. Consider subscribing if you live or work or plan to live or work in Thailand, because I do make a lot of videos about just that on this channel, and it would be a great place to stay in touch with you. I think the LTR visa, although it is pretty exclusive to the majority of people, is very interesting and has a lot to offer those who tick all the right boxes. So potentially this is a visa option for you. To me, like I said, this is something that I wouldn't qualify for anywhere near. I don't make anywhere near enough money to do so, although it is a great option. It's a great step in the right direction as well, in my opinion. I'm very happy to see a few of these things that are included in this visa package, even if it is pretty exclusive to those high earners. If you're interested in learning more about visas for Thailand, I've made quite a few videos about the different visas, so check them out. I'll leave a link to one now about an overview of all the different visas I know of that are potentially available to you in Thailand. So maybe this one is a bit out of your reach. Check out that video to see visas that are more within the average person's reach.